It's 104.9 The Morning X at 9:15. It's Lori and Kev. Lori, you and I were curious about the Dustin Diamond commercials.
Yeah, we kept hearing the ones that Insurance King, they did advertising on our station.
Right.
And I was interested because I kept hearing it, and it's like, what is this Dustin guy doing?
And this is all paid for by Insurance King. The segment's paid for by Insurance King. And that is just so happens to be who we have in studio right now. Dan from Insurance King. Actually, you are the Insurance King, right? That's you?
That's how the name started was I was like 22, 23 years old, and someone was calling looking for the Insurance King, the kid that was helping people save on car insurance. So that's how we came up with the name.
How funny. I didn't know that.
You were forever crowned.
Yeah.
Crowned the king at a young age.
So you guys have some pretty fun commercials. Since I got here almost a year ago, I've been hearing them, and you kind of have impressionists recording your spots.
Yeah, I wrote all those ads and I sent them to a guy. He's very, very talented, and he doesn't do work for companies anymore.
Right.
So he's a voiceover guy.
Kind of freelance, right?
But yeah, he loves the concept, and so he works with them. And the first one I wrote was that Simpsons one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fun.
Did he do all the voices on these?
He does, and if he can't do, I think the Bart Simpson one, he had a friend of his do that one.
I'm saying you should have called me for the Peter Griffin one. For the Family Guy one.
You do a pretty spot-on Peter Griffin.
My Peter's pretty good. I mean,
that's what she said.
Okay, all right. I'm not trying to audition or anything, but I think Peter Griffin should be on the next commercial, and I should get a shot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we can call up my guy in Michigan and we can audition.
You'd say, hey, the morning guy in the X said you're Peter Griffin's weak sauce, and he should be doing it.
He should be doing it.
He does a lot of prank calls, actually. He'll call in as a character and does a lot of that stuff. So
really?
I can hook you guys
how
up.
Funny.
Yeah, for sure.
That's hilarious.
How funny. So we've been hearing these Insurance King commercials, and the first thing that's caught my ear was Dustin Diamond. Was that Dustin Diamond in those commercials?
Yes, it's Dustin Diamond. Yep.
How did you hook up with him?
I went out to an advertising agency out in Seattle, and I was sitting down with them and going through what I was trying to do. And they totally went a different route from what I was trying to do. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. So I started contacting a couple celebrities, and the first one was Michael Winslow from Police Academy and Spaceballs.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
And he got back to me and said, I'm really interested in doing something. And I wasn't happy with the production that they did down there. So a lot of them we didn't even air, and I haven't even released them.
Oh, really?
And so I called Bonza Media in Rockford. Mm-hmm. He was the guy behind all those Alpine Bank commercials locally.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
Sure.
And it's really high quality and super fun group of guys at Bonza. And I told him what I was trying to do, and so we basically created everything and do it ourselves.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's great. So have you ever seen Dustin Diamond do stand-up?
That's so funny. Next week he's going to be in Indiana, and I'm going to be with him at all 3 events.
Oh, cool. So
Yep.
you get a feel for what he does on stage, too.
I'm finally going to get to see him perform, yeah.
Totally. So I've heard the commercials here on air, and it kept saying, go to YouTube. So I went to Insurance King's YouTube, which is super easy to find. I'll post the link on our Facebook. But you've got Dustin Diamond in a handful of these commercials, and they're hilarious.
Thank you. Actually, the first one I wrote for Dustin was the Screeching Tires one.
Yeah.
And we finally get to record that in May, and we just released that one. But there's literally 90 commercials that are in the bank right now, stuff that we're going to be doing.
So funny.
Did you say 90?
Yes.
Did I hear 9 times 10?
There was a 90
Yeah.
a 0. Yeah.
Yes, we are working with other celebrities, too, that are interested in doing some. So as they are being introduced to me, we start writing other concepts for them, and we go from there.
That's very cool. Now, if I understand correctly, after watching your YouTube channel, you're doing a contest, right? Where someone can go and see behind the scenes, take a peek in the castle, per se?
Exactly. Dustin said, why don't we just do a promotion? I love coming to Rockford. Every time he comes here, he wants me to take him to JMK. He loves JMK. And we've been going to RBI's because he likes a place that's cool. And we've been to the Showplace theaters a couple times, and people see him in there. And he's like, what would be cool is, Rockford's been really cool to me, is that why don't we just have some Saved by the Bell fans hang out with me for a day? So I was like, okay. So I had this banner created, and I took it to his house because I was taking him to the airport and, for his next trip. And I wanted to show it to him. Like, hey, this is what I came up with. What do you think? And we set it up in the in his kitchen, and we did a real quick cell phone video. He's like, yeah, we're working on dates right now. He's supposed to be getting a hold of me today, but it's going to be probably the second week of October is when we're going to film our next series with Dustin.
That's very cool. And now someone in Rockford or the surrounding area has an opportunity to come check this out.
I think it's pretty cool that he still kind of embraces the Saved by the Bell thing, because a lot of people who are famous for something that happened a long time ago tend to be like, let's not bring that up. I'm kind of past that, but he's all about it. He's like, hell yeah, I'm Screech.
Yeah.
You know, the Screeching Tires one, when I presented that to him, it was through a text message, and he was cracking up. He goes, dude, no one has ever used... Obviously, we can't call him Screech.
Right.
But we can make fun of the noise.
Sure.
Right? and so when we pitched him on that, he's like, absolutely, I'll do that. That sounds like fun. And the more we get... What's nice about Dustin, he's an hour and a half drive from here. You know, so he's accessible. If I want to do something, we can come together and do some stuff. But we have committed to 3 shoots a year, and most of them will be doing in Rockford. But in doing this, Dustin and I have actually created a company together. So there's a lot of guys out there that are looking for work that can't get it. Mm-hmm. So him and I are going to plan a trip out to California to go and hand select some people that he knows and that would like to do some commercials, and so we called the company Celebritisements. Advertisements for celebrities.
Yeah, I dig
if you
that.
ever need a balding, kind of late 30s dad bod guy for a spot, hey, I'm all in. I'm just saying.
Sounds fun.
I'm just saying, I can do a pretty good Peter Griffin, like I said. I can do Donald Duck in a blender, which you haven't heard anything until you've heard Donald Duck in a blender.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Can I do it for you?
Sure.
All right, this could be in your next commercial. I don't see where it would fit into an insurance commercial, but I can do it. So you ready?
Impressive.
Nice. So we have an ad coming up called Ducks in a Row.
No
so
way.
Maybe we can do something. Yeah, we got a couple of people lined up for that one. Yes.
Kevin
All right,
is so happy.
Can
you
they
got
do a
to
duck
listen
in
to
a
it.
blender? Is all I'm asking.
No, but we know who can.
Yes, you do. You
too
got a direct
funny.
line to us. Yeah.
Exactly. So if someone wants to be a part of this contest that you're running, where someone can come kind of behind the scenes and join you on set to film one of these commercials, what do they have to do to enter?
So we noticed that our YouTube is actually getting a lot of views, and there's a lot of activity on our YouTube. So we're like, let's keep pushing for that. We're not that far behind the General's subscription list, and we're about to pass their views. So we was like, why don't we promote our YouTube channel? Let's try to do a contest with the YouTube and get things out there. So that's why we decided to do that. So yeah, we want people to subscribe to the YouTube so they can get the new content that's coming out, and then just take some of the ads that they like, that they think are funny, and share them on social media and hashtag it Insurance King. And I guess there is some things with it, if they have it private, they have to have it open to the public to see. Sure. And then we can monitor that way and see who's promoting the videos and, get to meet Dustin. So if there's some Dustin Diamond fans out there that really would like to hang out for him today, we're going to make that possible.
How cool is that? I want to hang out with Dustin Diamond for the day. Hashtag life goals.
Hashtag life goals.
Seriously, how
Right.
fun.
Dan, it's a great idea, and it was great for you to sit down and join us today.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.